Welcome to episode 2 of the Joy of Ridgewalking. I am following Lynn Guy and Dave Howell to a lead David found a couple years ago that we're going to check out. So, unlike waiting 14 years to go return, we're only waiting a year or two. Well, we went last winter to re-find it, and so we know where it is. Now we're going to check it out a little more. I don't know what word to use. Anyway, here we are in Mystery, Alabama. Dave's showing Lynn an old lead that doesn't go, but could maybe at some point. Anyway, where we are, well, the leaves have all fallen, so kind of gotta be careful. You might ask, why am I not going down there? Because I'm smart. I've also been a couple times. But I suggested that Dave show Lynn because it is really cool. Whatever. They're down there somewhere. But I want to explain something that I said a little earlier, that I didn't go down there because I was smart. But to be honest, my feet hurt. My old boots, under the gaiters that I've loved many years, they're just worn out. And I don't know what I'm going to get next, because these are deer hunter boots, women's deer hunter boots, and they're waterproof and they've been great. That's a gaiter I'm wearing over them. But it sucks to have your feet hurt on a hike. Just do the best you can.
I'm going to leave my stuff here.
It's blowing warm air.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Where is that shovel?
There is definitely air blowing.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
You can see it, you can feel it.
It's back here in the
Kind
city.
of...
I asked you to carry it back there at the lead.
Yeah, I know. Did I?
The Joy of Ridgewalking, episode 2. Who carried the shovel?
Wait a minute.
You just had it, I'm pretty sure.
This can't be far.
Maybe it's at that last tree we're looking at.
Well, anyway, this is pretty cool. I want to talk about my boots again. So why don't I just buy a new pair, just like them? The problem with that is they get terrible reviews now. So mine are 13 years old, and they get such sucky reviews now that I just don't see the point. One of them biggest being that they're no longer waterproof, which I need. So if you have any boot suggestions, let me know.
You know, when I was about to retire, I was going to my job sites on the last visit and telling all the superintendents that I was retiring and somebody else would be taking over for me. This one superintendent said, what are you planning to do in retirement? I said, well, I would say fishing, except it's so hard to get dynamite anymore.
That's a typical Dave joke.
Okay, here goes the rock. Everybody be quiet.
Did you hear it go any lower than the floor you can see down there?
Yeah, I did, but only a few feet. We will rock you. I think that floor we see down there is a ledge.
Mm-hmm. The first
There they are, still working on the lead. I was going to mention what makes a ridge walk different than just a hike. Well, for one thing, we get off trail because we're looking for caves that aren't on the cave survey, and they're not going to be on a marked trail generally, or ever. So that also means that we do a lot of rock scrambling and pulling up what are called limestone benches. And so that means that we got to climb up and down, and we need good ankle protection for that. I'm not so concerned about snakes because we usually do this in the winter. That being said, we saw a snake last weekend before last on the Joy of Ridgewalking Part 1 trip when Reed found a really nice rat snake sunning on some rocks. So just be cognizant of where we are. But I will tell you that we're really high on elevation, so if this is a pit, it has potential to be a really tall one, or deep one. So that's why we've come back to check it out.
13, that's what you got before, wasn't it?
13, yes.
But it's 13 to, yeah, about even with the rim here. But the thing goes just out of sight. Let's see.
A lot of warm air coming out of that thing.
It's not a good place to stand.
No, but I think somebody, if you rigged a rope here, somebody could get to the bottom of it pretty easy.
What do you feel?
I can see that it's on the bottom.
That would be the ledge. Since you've got at least a foot.
Now it's sitting on the bottom right where the water hits.
Yeah. So that's 13 feet. That's what we were measuring, 13 feet.
Big eye. Well, that's on the ridge. Uh-oh.
What?
Whoa.
You aren't on bottom, are you? Or are you?
Ooh.
We could tie it a webbing to the end.
have to pull it back up or I'm gonna lose it.
Awesome.